Hello. Sorry, I didn't. I don't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Sorry for
Good.
late.
I thought it's okay. I thought that you forgot about our lesson.
No, no, no. Um, it's the difficult situation I had.
Okay. So, did you have any difficulty with your home assignment?
No.
Yeah, it was okay. So, today let's discuss the following questions.
Okay.
They are on the picture.
Okay. How long do you spend doing these things in a typical day? Take a coffee. Take a take a notebook. Phone. Working, reading, eating, sleeping, relaxing. How long you spend doing them? Okay. I guess um, in my typical day, I spend the most time for walking, then then maybe sleeping, then relaxing, then um, studying English, then reading books, then reading emails, then eating, and then relaxing.
Okay, so you don't relax a lot, yes?
Sometimes I get more time for relaxing.
The next question.
Do sometimes do things like the woman in the picture. Uh, uh, Sometimes I drink coffee, I phone, I call, and I eat something
Do you
slightly
like donuts?
donuts. Yes. Uh, I I have a notebook, but I don't lipstick. I don't have lipstick. It's necessary for me.
Sure you don't.
Okay. Do you have enough,
Okay, the next.
do you have enough free time? Mm, uh, I spend my free time for the purpose which I want to achieve. For example, I study English and so on. Answer.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay, go on. Let's do the next exercise.
Answer your teacher's question with one of the following phrases.
Have you finished your homework?
Yes, it is. I've just finished your work. Oh, no, no.
You
Yeah,
you have the
I
phrases.
use. Okay. No, I haven't started it yet.
Okay. Have you bought the eggs?
Mm, no, I haven't been to the supermarket yet.
Don't forget to get the tickets.
Um, it's okay. I've already got them.
Do you want a cup of coffee?
No, thanks. I've just had one.
Is that in your bag?
Yes, it is. I've just bought it.
Would you like to see Spider-Man 3?
No, I've already seen it. It's terrible.
Yeah, okay, good. So the next. Are you often in a hurry?
Sometimes I when the project is not in time, but you should do it quickly, and I'm very busy and hurry up.
Mm-hmm. Um, but in general, when you go to some places, are you often in a hurry?
Not uh, I'm not in a hurry when I ordinary off or always go to their work. My, как сказать, my temp нормальный,
My
no,
pace?
my
Mm-hmm.
pace is normal. It's,
Mm-hmm.
but if I listen their very rhythmical music, uh, I go very quickly, and it's depend
Mm-hmm.
of my mood, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see. On your mood.
on my mood, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. So now we are going to read an article about the pace of life and how has it changed over the time, or the past century, for example. Before that, let's look at the words.
Okay, be obsessed with influence and control. It's a powerful force such as a strong emotion. Это иметь страсть к чему-то, да?
Одержимость, yes.
Одержимость. Suffer from, suffer from, to tolerate or endure pain, боль. Страдать от чего-то, да?
Mm-hmm.
Hurry, sickness, an illness, which means we are always trying to do things more quickly. Sickness, болезнь, hurry, торопиться. Спешка какая-то, нет? Как переводится?
Yes, it's kind of illness when a person is always in a hurry.
Okay.
So let's listen to the article and read it.
We are living faster, but are we living better? Not long ago,
Better.
people believed that in the future we would work less, have more free time, and be more relaxed. But sadly, this hasn't happened. Today we work harder, work longer hours, and are more stressed than 10 years ago. We walk faster, talk faster, and sleep less than previous generations. And although we are obsessed with machines, which save us time, we have less free time than our parents and grandparents had. But what is this doing to our health? An American journalist, James Glick, in a new book, Foster, The Acceleration of Just About Everything, says that people who live in cities are suffering from hurry sickness. We're always trying to do more things in less time. As a result, our lives are more stressful. He says that if we don't slow down, we won't live as long as our parents. For most people, faster doesn't mean better.
Okay, so is it optimistic or pessimistic?
The выводы,
Conclusion.
conclusions of the American journalist is very pessimistic because um, people in America, for example, today try to make more things in the same time, for example, and and it 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 leads to illness of hurry sickness, and their people's life становится becomes more stressful, and as a result of it, people not happy than previous generation, not, как сказать, не так счастливы,
Are not so happy
are not so
as.
happy than previous generations.
And do you think it's true?
Maybe it's true for the big cities and for the style of life when you catch all the job and you try to как успеть все сделать. Try
To do everything on time.
Yes, if you try to do everything on time, but you have no plans in your mind, it's typical situation of hurry sickness.
Yes, And do you think the same things are true in your country?
Yes, because I noticed it in my family, and I see in the life of other people. So I guess it's probably typical in our country too.
And in my country, it's the same situation. People are always in a hurry, and that's why very nervous.
Oh, yes.
So let's select the correct word according to the article.
Okay. Work longer hours, have less free time, talk faster, are less relaxed, will probably have shorter lives, sleep less than previous generation. If we don't slow down, we won't live as long as our parents.
Good. So the next task.
Listen and read.
On the previous page, we met the degrees of comparison.
Okay.
How to compare things. So let's read the article about it.
Adjective short, comparative shorter, one syllable, big, bigger, one vowel, busy, busier, consonant Y, clever, clever, more clever, two syllable, unstressed, adding relaxed, more relaxed, good, better, better, worse, far, farther, go farther. Okay. Competitive adverb, irregular, quickly, more quickly, slowly, less slowly, less slow, less slow, irregular, hard, harder, well, better, badly, worse. Use competitive adjective to compare people and things. My brother's taller than me. Use comparative adverb to compare actions. He drives more slowly than me. You can also use not as plus adjective or adverb plus as. I'm not as tall as my brother. He doesn't drive as fast as me. I'm not good speaking English as my teacher. Okay. Frequent mistakes.
Okay, can you repeat that phrase again?
Okay. I'm not a good speaker then as good as goody as my teacher.
Once more, please.
I'm not goodies, good, better, the best, yes. I'm not better, I'm not better in English as good as my teacher.
Just I'm not as good as my teacher in English.
Okay. I'm not as good as my teacher in English. Okay. You don't work as hard as me. You don't work as hard as me. You don't work as hard as me. Okay. Athens is older than Rome. Athens is older as Rome than Rome. Okay. It's more cheaper to go by car than by train. It's cheaper to go by car than by train.
Okay, so if we have a one-syllable adjective, how should we make a comparative?
As if we have a one-syllable adjective, we should to add r. For example, small, smaller, and
Yes.
big, bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and so on.
And if we have a two or three syllable word?
Two or three, we use word more.
Mm-hmm.
Or for example, stress. Нет, не stress. For example, stupid, more stupid.
Mm-hmm. And what irregular adjectives do you know?
Irregular adjective is irregular adjectives are good, bad, and far. They have these forms: good, better, bad, worse, and far, farther.
Mm-hmm. And we use comparative adjectives to
we use comparative adjectives to adverb. To adverb?
No. What is the reason of usage comparative adjectives?
To compare actions or to compare
No.
people or things.
Yes, only people or things. And we use comparative adverbs to compare.
To compare actions. Okay.
Yes, and what phrase do we use to show the same level of something?
The same level as as soon as faster as longer
As long as.
As long as, yes,
Mm-hmm. Because the adjective or adverb is in the initial form.
Yes, yes.
And what irregular adverbs do you remember?
Irregular adverbs is hard, well, and badly. Hard, harder, well, better, and badly, worse.
Mm-hmm. And do you know what the word hardly means?
Hardly, it adjective.
No, it's also adverb. No. For example, I work hard means that the person works a lot, yes?
Yes, but
And
if you say I work hardly, it means that you it says that you work. For example, I work hardly than you. It's a degree of
no,
no.
the degree of hard is harder.
Harder, yes.
Hardly means едва ли. I hardly ever work.
Okay.
It means that a person is lazy, for example. Едва ли работает.
Okay. For example, I hardly relax.
It means that you work more than
Yes,
relax.
yes, yes.
Good. So is everything clear?
Maybe. um, so let's practice.
So, yeah, let's practice. Okay, write the comparatives.
My sister is thinner. Is thin. It's a verb. Thin. I think my sister is taller, thinner, maybe.
Thinner.
Thinner.
We need thinner.
Them. Oh, correct.
Good.
I'm more busy this week than last week. I'm more busy this week than busiest.
No, not more busy because
Busiest.
it's a short. No.
Busier.
Busier, yes.
Busier. 2S?
One S.
Okay.
No, one.
Busier. Looks strange. Busier than for me. I'm busier this week. I'm busier this week. Okay, Cambridge is far from London than Oxford. Farthest, Cambridge is.
It's irregular adjective.
Okay, far. I have no idea.
Further.
Farther. Go farther. Okay. Farther. Okay. I thought the third Man in Black was badly than the first two.
Was хуже.
Bad, worse. It's irregular too.
Yes.
Then the first two. Chelsea played well. It's irregular. Then Arsenal played well. Bad, worse, well. Good, not.
No.
From which letter it starts?
From B.
Be better. Oh. Thank you. The man is in my office work hardly than woman. Harder.
Yes.
Harder than the woman. My new job is boring. My new job is more boring than my old one. More boring than my old one.
Good. The next.
Rewrite the sentence so they mean the same. Use as. Mark is stronger than Jim. Jim isn't as strong as Mark. Jim isn't. Cindy is taller than Kelly. Isn't taller as. Kelly isn't as taller as Cindy. As tall.
Almost correct.
Tall as Cindy.
It's
Cindy.
Cindy.
Okay. Your case is heavier than mine. My case isn't as as heavy as yours.
Heavy.
Heavy as yours.
Mhm.
Your
It was okay.
okay. Yours.
The previous. Mhm.
Okay. Mexico City is bigger than London. London isn't as big as Mexico. Oh, not a problem. As bigger
As Mexico City.
city. Oh, okay, correct. Football is more popular than tennis. Tennis isn't as popular as football. No. Children learn language faster than adults. Adults don't learn any language as fast as children.
Mhm.
You work harder than me. I don't work as hard as you.
Mhm.
France played better than England. England didn't play as good. Oh, as play better. England didn't play good as England didn't play as good as France. As good as well. As well as France.
Yes, good. The next. Okay, so do you know that sound A is most common sound in English? Sound A. Let's practice pronouncing it.
Okay.
Before, look at the rule.
Remember, and unstressed words like and as and then have the second what means have the sound
Mhm.
Okay, I understand.
So here are some sentences. Let's listen to them and repeat.
1. I'm busier than a year ago.
I'm busier than a year ago.
Mhm.
2. Life is more stressful than in the past.
Life is more stressful than in the past. Life is more stressful than in the past.
Mhm.
3. We work harder than before.
We work harder than before.
4. We walk and talk faster.
We walk and talk faster.
5. I'm not as relaxed as I was.
I'm not as relaxed as I was.
6. We won't live as long as our parents.
We want to live as long as our parents.
Okay, so as you see, different letters can have the same sound, A.
Yes.
So the next. We know that our life is getting faster. Let's find out in what ways. Your task is to listen and to read, and then we will discuss.
Okay.
Listen to the audio and do the exercise. No time for the news. Newspaper articles today are shorter and the headlines are bigger. Most people don't have enough time to read the articles. They only read the headlines. On TV and the radio, newsreaders speak more quickly than 10 years ago. No time for stories. In the USA, there is a book called 1-Minute Bedtime Stories for Children. These are shorter versions of traditional stories, specially written for busy parents who want to save time. No time to listen. Some answer phones now have quick playback buttons so we can replay people's messages faster. We can't waste time listening to people speaking at normal speed. No time to relax. Even when we relax, we do everything more quickly. 10 years ago, when people went to art galleries, they spent 10 seconds looking at each picture. Today, they just spend 3 seconds. No time for slow sports. In the USA, the national sport, baseball, is not as popular as before because it is a slow game and matches take a long time. Nowadays, many people prefer faster and more dynamic sports like basketball, but more time in our cars. The only thing that is slower than before is the way we drive. Our cars are faster, but the traffic is worse, so we drive more slowly. We spend more time sitting in our cars, feeling stressed because we are worried that we won't arrive on time. Experts predict that in 10 years' time, the average speed on the road in cities will be 17 kilometers an hour.
So, um, are any of these things true in your country?
Yes, it's the same situation in my country. So the people have the same problems with time, like and like in USA.
Yes. So, is traffic slower on the roads in your country now?
Um, on the main roads, it's not typical situation because they are very large and they have comfortable speed limits. So you should drive faster, but in the center of the city it's very, как сказать, перегружен автомобилями. There are a lot of cars in the center of city. So
Yes, the same here.
the problem is to get the problem is to, как сказать, сделать движение на автомобиле быстрее.
To drive faster, you mean?
Yes, the problem is to get all people ability to drive faster and spend less time in car.
Okay, so the next task, look at the sentences and guess the meaning of the words involved.
Okay, most people don't have enough time to read the articles, so they only read the headlines. Don't have enough time. I guess it means they haven't time for read articles. Enough time means that they have that it's time for reading news. These are shorter version of traditional stories, especially written by busy parents who wants to save time. Save time, it means that parents wants to shorter time. Parents wants to short time that they как это, held for their children. Вот проводить это только held или как-то еще есть какое-то слово?
Spend time.
Да, да, okay. Thank you. Some answer phones now have quick playback button, so we can replay people's message faster. We can't waste time listening to people speaking at normal speed. Okay, waste time. Waste time means that you can't spend time listening to people speaking at normal speed. In the USA national sport, baseball, is not as popular as before because it is a slow game and matches take a long time. Take a long time. It's a match. Litsa. Held. No. Litsa. The standard baseball match time is longer than football match time, so take a long time means that the baseball is longer in time than football. We spend more time sitting in our cars, feeling stressed because we are worried that we won't arrive on time. We spend more time. Spend more time means that you waste time sitting on car, and we won't arrive on time means that we don't успевать.
We are not punctual, for example.
We're not punctual to our retreats, for example, to our meetings.
Okay, so tell me, what have we discussed during our lesson?
We discussed about the adjectives
and degrees of comparison.
And we try to compare some characteristics and some forms of comparatives.
Yes, and the way people live now. So unfortunately I cannot spend 50 minutes with you because my next lesson is in 10 minutes, sorry.
Yes, sorry for late for lesson.
For being late. It's okay, that sometimes happens. So I've already sent you homework and I wish you to have a good day and see you on Friday.